Module 3, Everyday Communication Skills. Course, Efik-Ibibio. The Spirit of the Language. Efik-Ibibio for Real-World Interactions. In this module, you will learn how to use Efik-Ibibio for real, everyday situations, not just classroom exercises. The focus is on practical communication that helps you connect with people in homes, markets, on the street, and in the community. You will understand that language here is more than words. It carries the spirit of the culture, so tone, respect, and timing matter as much as vocabulary. By working through these lessons, you will build the skill to greet people properly, talk about your family, ask for and give directions, shop and bargain with confidence, order food, and use the common expressions that make conversation flow naturally. This module treats communication as a social contract. That means you will learn not only what to say, but how to say it so that you show okponowo, which is respect for persons. You will practice the difference between speaking correctly and speaking appropriately, because in Efik-Ibibio culture, a polite tone and the right greeting can open doors that perfect grammar alone cannot. At the end of this module, you will be able to step into daily interactions and be understood, welcomed, and recognized as someone who respects the language and the people who speak it. Module 3. In this module, communication as social contracts. Language is more than words. In this section, you will understand why communication in Efik-Ibibio is not just about passing information from one person to another. Here, every interaction is a social contract. When you speak, you are showing your place in the community and your level of okponowo, which is respect for persons. The words you choose, your tone, your posture, and even when you choose to speak all signal whether you are integrated into the culture or standing outside it. That is why the slide says a person who fails to greet properly may be seen as disrespectful, regardless of intention. You can have good motives, but if you skip the expected greeting or use the wrong tone, people may read you as rude. You will learn that politeness is built into the language itself. It shows up in how you address elders versus peers, how you lower your voice, how you bend slightly when greeting, and how you use both hands to receive something from an older person. Body language is not extra. It is part of the sentence. You will also see that communication carries responsibility. A greeting is not small talk. It is an acknowledgement of the other person's existence, health, and status. To ignore it is to break the social contract. The goal of this module is to help you speak naturally and appropriately, not just correctly. Correct Efik-Ibibio with the wrong tone or timing can still cause offense. Greetings, the foundation of interaction. Why greetings matter. In this section, you will learn why greetings are not optional in Efik-Ibibio. A greeting does more than say hello. It is how you acknowledge that the other person exists, recognize their status, and show concern for their health and well-being. When you greet someone, you are renewing the social bond between you. When you neglect a greeting, people may read it as a sign of malice, pride, or poor upbringing, even if that was not your intent. For that reason, you will practice making greetings your first action whenever you enter a space, meet someone, or join a conversation. You will also learn how the hierarchy of respect, called okponowo, guides every greeting. Age, title, and family position decide who speaks first and how much deference you show. You greet elders first before your peers. You wait for an older person to extend a handshake. You use softer tones and more complete phrases with elders, while you can be quicker and more casual with friends. Body language matters here. You will learn to bow slightly when greeting an elder and to use two hands, or support your right wrist with your left hand, when shaking an elder's right hand. These small actions speak loudly. They say you were raised well and that you recognize the other person's place. By the end of this slide, you will understand that a good greeting buys goodwill for the whole conversation. Greetings.
In this section, you will learn how to match your greeting to the time of day and the situation you are in. Efik-Ibibio does not use one general hello for every moment. The The right greeting shows that you are aware, respectful, and tuned into the other person's condition. You will practice time-based greetings first. In the morning, you use ansi or ansio, which means good morning and wishes peace on the person's waking. For example, when you see your neighbor at 7 a.m. you say ansi o ete. He might reply ansi ayan. From midday into the afternoon, you shift to emedi or emedi o for good afternoon. If you meet someone on the road at 2 p.m. you say emedi o eka, and they answer emedi ufan amai. In the evening and night, you use ekpere or ekpere o for good evening. When you enter a house at 8 p.m. you say ekpere o ememi ufak, and they respond ekpere diatai. Next, you will learn situational greetings that fit what the person is doing. When you meet someone farming or carrying a load, you say enesan idem, meaning take it easy on the body. You might say enesan idem, ete, etokidem ekma, which means take it easy, father, this hard work is too much. They will answer SSN, meaning thank you. When you arrive at a compound, you call out Amy O or Nadi Ufak Amy O to announce yourself respectfully. For example, you stand at the gate and say Nadi Ufak Amy O, and someone inside answers we, BAD, meaning yes, come in. If you walk in and people are eating, culture expects you to say Dia Udia, meaning eat food. You say Dia Udia, MME, and they reply SSN, which politely declines while appreciating your respect. When someone is returning from a trip, you welcome them with Aska. You can say Aska, ete, afo edidi, meaning welcome, father, have you arrived? They answer NKD, meaning yes, I have arrived. If you visit someone who is sick, you say Osan idem, wishing recovery. You might say Osan idem, eka, absi. In this section, you asking about well-being and parting etiquette. Beyond hello. In this section, you will learn that a greeting in Efik-Ibibio does not stop at ansi or emedi. After you say hello, you are expected to ask about the person's well-being, because you are checking on their body, their family, and their peace. This shows real concern, not just formality. You will start with the basic question for one person, idem MFO, which means how is your body? Or how are you? For example, you meet a neighbor and say ansi o ete. Idem MFO. He answers idem asn, meaning my body is strong, or I am fine. If you are speaking to more than one person, you change the pronoun to plural, idem mbufo, meaning how are you all? You could greet a family by saying ekpere o, mme, idem mbufo, and they may reply idem asn ssn, meaning we are fine, thank you. You will also learn that asking about the children is standard follow-up. After they answer idem asn, you continue with ndit enko, meaning and the children. This keeps the conversation warm and shows you are invested in their household, not just being polite. A full exchange might sound like this. You say ansi o eka. Idem MFO. She replies idem asn. You ask ndit enko. She answers ndit asn enko, ssn, meaning yes, the children are also fine, thank you. If someone is not well, they may say idem yh am I, meaning my body is paining me, or nsh idem, asking about. In this section, you will learn the core family words in Efik-Ibibio because family, called Efik-Ibibio, is the center of identity. When you can name relationships, You can introduce yourself properly and show respect for other people's households. You will start with the basic words you will hear and use every day. Ete means father and eka means mother. Ayan means child, and the plural is ndit, which means children. Envan means wife, ebe means husband, and ufan means friend. For siblings, use ainete eka for brother or sister, but in daily speech people often say ainete am I for my brother and aineka am I for my sister. Eteka means grandparents, with eteka eren for grandfather and eteka envan for grandmother. Ayanayan means grandchild. You will practice putting these words with possessives, because Efik-Ibibio uses noun plus possessive order. So you say eka am I for my mother, ete mfo for your father, and envanam for his wife. Here are full example sentences you can use right away. Ami enkere eka am I means I am calling my mother. Ete mfo asn means is your father well. Ndit mad ita means his children are 3. Ebe eka mfo ad eteayan am I means your mother's husband is my grandfather. When you meet someone new, you can introduce family like this. Ami nadi ete imaye eka adiyaha envan amai edi arit, neen inyin dit iba, which means I am the child of father Ima and mother Adiyaha, my wife is Arit. We have 2 children. You will also learn that asking about family is part of normal greeting. After item MFO, people expect Ndit Enko, and you should be ready to answer with the vocabulary from this slide. For example, Ndit MFO Asn. You answer MM, Ndit Amai Asn SSN, meaning yes, my children are fine, thank. In this section,
describing people and asking about family. Simple sentences and questions. In this section, you will learn how to describe people and ask follow-up questions about family so your conversations feel natural. You already know the family words. Now you will put them into simple sentences that people use every day. To describe someone's character, you use ETI, which means good. So ETI Owo means good person. For example, you can say at me Edi ETI Owo, meaning my father is a good person. If you want to talk about a friend, you say Yufan MMI for my friend. You can say Yufan MMI Odiyu Kuyuyo, meaning my friend is in Yuyo. To point to someone near you, you use Emi for this. Ian Emi Edi MMA means this person is good, where MMA also carries the sense of fine or well-behaved. You will practice making short, clear statements about people. Describing people. Asking and giving directions. Finding your way with respect. In this section, you will learn how to ask for directions and explain them in Efik-Ibibio so you can move around confidently without sounding lost or rude. Asking for help is normal here, but you start with respect. Always greet first, then ask. If you walk up to someone and say "Emedio, eat," before your question, people will stop and help you. If you skip the greeting, they may feel you are rushing them. You will start with simple question words. Odo means where, Daddy means how, and Nkyo means which. So to ask where something is, you say you fuck Nwed Odo. Meaning where is the library. To ask how to get there, you say Ndadi Enko you fuck Nwed. Meaning how do I go to the library. If there are 2 roads, you can ask Nkyo Yusen Enko. Meaning which road should I take. Here are full examples you can use today. You approach an elder and say Ekpia o Ike. You phone call Odo. Meaning good evening, mother. Where is the hospital? Asking and giving direct. Shopping and ordering food. Market talk and table manners. In this section, you will learn how to buy things in the market and order food without feeling like an outsider. In Efik-Ibibio markets, The way you speak matters as much as the money you carry. You will start every interaction with a greeting. When you reach a seller, say MDO, EK or MDO, it, depending on who is there. That greeting opens the conversation and shows Okponowo before you talk price. You will practice the basic questions for shopping. To ask how much something costs, you say -O, meaning how much is it? If you want to know the price of a specific item, point and say -O EBAME, meaning how much is this Gary? The seller may answer Okpo IBA, meaning 200 naira. If it sounds high, you bargain gently, because bargaining is normal but rudeness is not. You can say Aboho Eset, EKA, Enwa Misuk, meaning reduce it a little, mother, help me small. Or simply Aboho Eset, meaning reduce the price. When you agree, you say Enyo, meaning I will take it. To say you do not want it, say Enyemik, meaning I do not want. Always end with Sosono, meaning thank you, even if you do not buy. You will also learn how to order food, whether in someone's home or at a small food spot. If someone is eating and you arrive, you must say Dio Yudia, meaning eat food. They will answer Sosono, which politely tells you they are not offering, but you should respect. When you want to buy food, you ask Enkeo Yudia Ifen, meaning what food is there, or specifically Yudia Ifen Odio, meaning which foods are available. You can order by saying Enyo Ofong Yi Fufu, meaning I will take Ofong soup with fufu. To ask for water, say Enyo Mon, meaning I will take water. If you want it to go, add Enyo Ku Akpan, meaning I will take it in a plate, or Enyo Ku Nylon for takeaway. When you finish eating in a home, say Yudia Esen, Sosono, meaning the food was good, thank you. Shopping. By the end of Module 3, you have moved from knowing single words to holding real conversations that respect Efik-Ibibio culture. You started with the idea that communication is a social contract. You learned that greetings like Amsi, Emedi, and Ekpia are not optional. They are the door you knock on before you speak. You practice checking on people with Idom Fo, Idom Bufo, and Daito Nkeo, because here, caring is part of talking. You can now name your family with Et, Ike, Ayan, Ndaito, N1, and Ebe, and you can describe people simply with Iti Owo and Ayan Emi Edi MMA. You learn to ask for help using Odo and Daidi, follow directions with Nesha, Obok Nesha, and Obok Yufian, and handle the market with Ifen Owo, Aboho Esit, Enyo, and Sosono. You can sit to eat, Sedio Yudia, order Ofong Yifufu, and thank the cook with Yudia Esen. You also have the daily glue words that keep you connected. IHI, Ensena, Nkop, and Abesa Esenfai. The core message of this module is this. In Efik-Ibibio, respect speaks before vocabulary does. If you greet first, ask about the person's body and family, and close with Ko Ofon, people will teach you the rest. Your tone and timing matter as much as your words. That is Okponowo in action. Your next step is simple and practical. Use one full exchange every day. For example, Amsi O, eat. Idom Fo. Et Mfo Esen. Ndaito Nkeo. Enseno, Yufoknud Odo. Nkop Sosono, Ko Ofon, Abesa Esenfai. Change the names, the place, and the question, but keep the structure. Speak it out loud. Let people correct you. Each correction is the community pulling you closer. You now have the tools to sound like someone who belongs, not just someone who memorized the list. Keep practicing, keep listening, and let respect lead every sentence. Sosono for completing Module 3. Ko Ofon, Abesa Esenfai.